In breaking space news, astronomers have confirmed the arrival of a mysterious interstellar object, now identified as 3I/ATLAS, marking only the third known time in history that such a cosmic visitor has entered our solar system. Detected between June 25th and June 29th, 2024, using the Asteroid Terrestrial-impact Last Alert System, also known as ATLAS, this object has already drawn attention from top space agencies, including NASA. ATLAS, which operates through high-powered telescopes in Hawaii and South Africa, originally flagged the object due to its strange speed and trajectory. Initial skepticism quickly dissolved when the Center for Near-Earth Object Studies verified that the object is very real, not a system glitch. Traveling at approximately 152,000 miles per hour, this fast-moving anomaly appears to be on a hyperbolic trajectory, suggesting it originated from beyond our solar system and is merely passing through. Its path, when traced backward, leads astronomers toward the galactic center, prompting speculation that we may be witnessing a messenger from a distant star system, or something else entirely. With official confirmation now in, this rare cosmic phenomenon adds a new layer to ongoing conversations around space exploration, cosmic surveillance, and even extraterrestrial presence. What makes this case particularly compelling is the growing timing synchronicity. The arrival of 3I at LATLAS coincides with an unprecedented rise in global disclosure events, further deepening the mystery surrounding its purpose and origins. As the object known as 3I/ATLAS captures headlines, some researchers are pointing toward an unconventional but increasingly intriguing method of prediction: linguistic analysis. Clif High, a figure often regarded as fringe but whose work has proven eerily accurate over time, has used what he calls predictive linguistics to forecast global shifts based on language patterns and subconscious emotional data scraped from public internet conversations. Years before the coronavirus pandemic made headlines, Clif warned of a coming sun disease, a vague but emotionally charged term that, in hindsight, aligns disturbingly well with the global health crisis that emerged in 2020. His datasets have since registered repeated anomalies tied to phrases like cosmic intruder, deep space arrival, and non-human contact, all of which seem uncannily timed with 3I/Atlas's sudden appearance. Critics argue that this approach lacks empirical rigor, but believers point to the growing list of linguistic hits that seem to correlate with real-world seismic events. In the context of 3I/ATLAS, High's most recent linguistic spikes reference notions of arrival, awakening, and cosmic witness, which raises eyebrows not only in esoteric circles, but among those tracking the broader social implications of contact and disclosure. If even a fraction of these correlations hold true, 3I/ATLAS may represent far more than just a passing rock. It could be the physical embodiment of an event our collective unconscious has been trying to articulate for years. The discovery of 3I/ATLAS has inevitably reignited comparisons to the 2017 arrival of Oumuamua, the first known interstellar object to pass through our solar system. Oumuamua's cigar-like shape, unexpected acceleration, and complete lack of comet-like features sent shockwaves through the astronomical community. Harvard astrophysicist Avi Loeb famously suggested that Oumuamua may not have been a natural object at all, but rather an artificial probe sent by an advanced civilization. While this theory faced resistance in academic circles, it gained considerable public interest, and now, with 3I/ATLAS demonstrating unusual brightness and speed, Loeb is once again urging the scientific community to investigate further. Unlike Oumuamua, which departed our solar system too quickly for close observation, 3I/ATLAS presents a new opportunity to study an interstellar object in much greater detail. The James Webb Space Telescope is already being proposed as the instrument best equipped to analyze it, especially to determine whether the object exhibits non-gravitational acceleration, a possible indicator of artificial propulsion. If that's the case, we could be looking at the second alien probe to visit Earth's neighborhood within a single decade. Oumuamua's mystery remains unresolved to this day. and the arrival of 3I/Atlas may hold the key to finally unlocking answers to questions that have lingered for years. Are we truly alone, or have we been observed all along? Just 2 years after Oumuamua's departure, another interstellar visitor arrived, 2I/Borisov. This object behaved more like a traditional comet, complete with a tail and gaseous emissions, and scientists were quick to classify it as a natural formation. However, Borisov's arrival solidified the reality that interstellar objects are not once-in-a-lifetime phenomena. They may be part of a broader cosmic rhythm we're only beginning to notice. In a stark contrast to the centuries of silence before 2017, the arrival of 3 interstellar objects in under a decade is raising significant questions. Are we seeing more of these objects because our detection systems have improved? Or is someone, sending more of them through our corner of the galaxy? With Oumuamua, Borisov, and now 3I/ATLAS, the pattern is hard to ignore. The frequency, the anomalies, and the broader cultural context of growing alien disclosure make it difficult to dismiss these occurrences as mere coincidences. If these visitors are probes, scouts, or even organic messengers from elsewhere, what is their purpose? Is it observation, contact, or are we simply intercepting traffic from an interstellar civilization that has no idea we exist? The scientific implications are profound, but the socio-cultural ones may be even greater. As more people become aware of this accelerating pattern, our collective perspective on space and ourselves may be forced to evolve. Decades before 3I/ATLAS was spotted, another story was unfolding at the edge of our solar system. Launched in 1977, Voyager 1 has been silently drifting through the vast emptiness of space, carrying with it the famed golden record, a message from humanity intended for whoever or whatever might one day find it. But in recent years, Voyager has been sending back strange data, signals that deviate from expected patterns, unexplained pulses, fluctuations in magnetic fields, and brief windows of what scientists call non-conforming telemetry. These anomalies have largely been written off as aging hardware or interference from cosmic radiation. But a growing group of researchers and independent analysts believe there may be more to it. Could Voyager be picking up something it was never designed to understand? Some even speculate that Voyager may be receiving return signals or encountering distortions caused by nearby interstellar objects like 3I/Atlas. If that's the case, it means our humble spacecraft could be witnessing, or even participating in, an interaction across the cosmic gulf. Whether it's a natural gravitational effect, a technological interference, or something more intelligent, the possibility that Voyager's anomalies are connected to current interstellar activity is a hypothesis that deserves serious attention. After all, it's not every decade that 2 spacefaring entities, one human-made, one possibly not, share the same space and time. And if 3I/ATLAS is anything like the whispers surrounding Oumuamua or the trails behind Borisov, then it's possible Voyager's long silence is finally being broken. While it's tempting to interpret the arrival of 3I/ATLAS through a spiritual lens, as a sign of collective awakening or an omen of planetary change, the real story may be even more urgent. In the past few years, governments around the world have moved from outright denial of UFOs to a cautious form of disclosure. The Pentagon has released footage showing UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, performing maneuvers that defy known physics. Congressional hearings have acknowledged that something is happening in our skies, and pilots and intelligence officials are speaking publicly about encounters that, for decades, were ridiculed or buried. This isn't a matter of belief anymore. It's a matter of public record. Against this backdrop, the appearance of an unexplained, fast-moving object from beyond our solar system cannot be brushed aside as a coincidence. It is, quite possibly, part of the same story. If these phenomena are connected, and more experts believe they are, then 3I/ATLAS may not be just a cosmic traveler. It may be a continuation of contact, observation, or even reconnaissance. And unlike spiritual signs that require faith, these events are backed by radar, satellites, and scientific instruments. The arrival of 3I/ATLAS during the largest wave of global disclosure in human history is not a symbolic event. It's a data point, a new chapter in the reality that alien life, or at the very least alien technology, may be closer than we ever imagined. In 2023, a seismic shift occurred in the public's understanding of alien contact when former intelligence officer David Grush testified before the U.S. Congress. Under oath, Grush claimed that the United States has been in possession of non-human craft for decades, some intact, some damaged, and that programs have existed to reverse engineer these technologies in secret. He didn't suggest, he didn't hint, he stated it flat out. Alien technology is real, and the government has it. Perhaps even more chilling, he said people have been harmed, perhaps killed, to maintain the cover-up. His statements were not brushed aside by lawmakers. In fact, they led to bipartisan calls for more transparency, new legislation on UAP disclosures, and the opening of classified hearings. In this climate, the arrival of 3I at LAS feels less like a scientific curiosity and more like a cosmic headline. What if 3I/ATLAS isn't the beginning, but a continuation? What if objects like this have been arriving for decades and we've only recently gained the tools and the courage to see them for what they are? Grush's testimony reframes everything. It turns stories of alien bases in Antarctica, strange energy anomalies, and interstellar objects from speculation into possible reality. In that context, 3I/ATLAS becomes more than a rock. It becomes evidence. Evidence that something is out there and has been for a long, long time. With the convergence of 3I/ATLAS, whistleblower revelations, and government admissions, we are inching closer to a moment many have long awaited or feared: full alien disclosure. But what does that look like? The implications are profound. Religions may be forced to re-examine their doctrines. Governments could collapse under the weight of withheld truths. Technology, once thought centuries away, might suddenly be within reach, disrupting entire economies. And socially, psychologically, even spiritually, humanity would have to face a new identity, not as the apex of creation, but as part of a larger, possibly monitored galactic ecosystem. If 3I/ATLAS is connected to this unfolding disclosure, it may not be the event that breaks the truth wide open, but it might be the nudge, the harbinger, the final piece that turns suspicion into certainty. From here, everything could accelerate. Open communication, artifact retrievals, even contact protocols. Some fear this will lead to chaos. Others believe it will usher in a golden age of science, cooperation, and cosmic belonging. Either way, the trajectory of our species is about to change. And whether by accident or design, 3I/ATLAS is part of that change. It came silently, swiftly from the stars, but what it leaves in its wake may echo for generations. Some experts, and even insiders, are beginning to speculate that 3I/ATLAS and other anomalies may not be random flybys but deliberate probes, not necessarily for contact, but for observation, a test, if you will, a way for more advanced civilizations to monitor our development, our reactions, our maturity as a species. If so, what are they watching for? War, peace, technological milestones, our readiness for truth? The Fermi paradox has long asked why, in a galaxy so vast, we haven't heard from anyone else. But what if we have? What if the silence wasn't theirs, but ours? What if our visitors have been here all along, quietly watching, leaving breadcrumbs like 3I/ATLAS, waiting to see if we notice, if we're ready? In that context, every interstellar object, every Voyager anomaly, every leaked document takes on new weight. They become metrics, markers, checkpoints, and right now, humanity stands at a crossroad. Ignore the signs or engage with them. Pretend they're natural, or prepare for something more. The real test may not be their arrival. It may be our response. So where does this leave us, the everyday person watching the skies and scrolling the news? You don't need to be an astrophysicist or a government insider to play a part. You just need curiosity, awareness, and a willingness to ask questions. Start with this. Keep watching. Keep listening. Keep learning. Share information. Talk to people. Watch the patterns. Pay attention not only to what is said, but what isn't. And if this video stirred something in you, if 3I/ATLAS made you look up a little longer, think a little deeper, then act on that feeling. Watch the other videos on this channel. Voyager caught something moving in space, and it's not a planet. Antarctica's alien secret exposed, and 5 Antarctica mysteries the government won't explain. Each one offers another piece to this unfolding puzzle. Like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next revelation. And most importantly, share this with someone else who's been waiting for the truth. Because whether it arrives in the form of a signal, a rock, a witness, or a whisper, disclosure isn't just coming, it's already here,